Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. If you guys could give me just a moment to welcome everyone in. I am streaming live on Instagram, Periscope, Facebook, YouTube, and on Spreaker. Hey, Denise. Hey, Medina. Hey, Holy Cow. Hey, Jazz64. Come on in, God's favorite chef, Cotton Candy Palace. Angelia. Tara, good to see you. Candy Balucci, welcome back. Michelle Thompson, hello, good afternoon. Hey, Lottie Dottie, how are you? I see you, Denise. Hey, Simply Yielded. Hey, Christina. We're going to welcome people for about 30 more seconds, and then we're going to kick it off today. Hey, Trinette. Hey, Nicola. Talking about, can you see yourself beyond a paycheck? Hey, Alto V's. And what that means is your first step. Hey, Peculiar Angel. Hey, Psalmist Korean. Hey, Massage by Antoinette. Your first step in leaving a full-time job, hey, Anointed Baker, hey, Jennifer, is that you've got to know that there's money that comes from more places than just a job. And I'm going to challenge that view because when I talk to people about leaving their full-time job, they're always like, oh, I can't leave my full-time job because I can't leave my paycheck. But there's more money in the world than just a paycheck. So if you've not yet shared this video, invited your friends, join me every day at about 12:30 p.m.-ish, Monday through Friday, as we lunch and leave. This is not a lunch and learn, y'all. This is a lunch and leave. Hey, Tamika, how are you? This is the broadcast, hey, Curly D, that gives you the information you need during lunchtime to leave your job. So plan to join me every day at 12:30 for those of you who are committed to leaving your job and building your business. So let's talk about it. The first step in leaving your job, hey, Purdrea, is you have to be able to see yourself, hey, Chris, beyond a paycheck. Hey, Mickey, hey, Miss Yoshi, let's talk about that. Hey, Sabria over on Instagram. You have to be able to see yourself working for yourself. Can anybody see that? I'm going to give you just a moment and let you just visualize. What would that look like not having to clock in every day at a Pacific time? I did say Pacific. What would that look like not having to answer to a boss, but being able to call your own shots? Hey, Clarine. What would that look like having the freedom to work from home or the beach or Starbucks or anywhere else you wanted to work today? What would it look like for you to even have the freedom to say, I'm not going to work today, I'm going to work tonight? Yesterday it was 83 degrees here in Houston. What would it look like for you to be able to go to the beach and work instead of having to go to an office building and imagine what it looked like outside? And so if that's the freedom that you would like for yourself, you got to take some particular steps. And for those of you who don't know, I'm America's. And I started this journey simply by being able to see myself beyond a paycheck. And once I was able to visualize and understand that I didn't have to work for anybody, what happened was I was able to, if that makes sense what I'm saying, I was able to free myself. So what I'm going to ask you guys to do today is to visualize yourself as being free. And how do you do that? How many of you have ever made extra money outside of your job? And let me just tell you again, being America's #1 quick coach, I left corporate America and it was a process. And now I teach other people that process of leaving their jobs and living their dreams. How many of you have ever made extra money outside of your job? And I mean, anyway, did you have a lemonade stand when you was little? Did you sell Girl Scout cookies when you was little? Did you used to sell candy at school? Did your family run the neighborhood Cool Cup store? I mean, I need you to really think back to a time where you've sold anything? Did you sell raffle tickets? Did you sell candy bars for the basketball team? Each and every one of us, at some point in time in our lives, have had to do some level of fundraising. We've had to generate money in some shape, form, or fashion outside of a job. And when I look back at my history, I realized that I had done it more times than I could imagine. I had done it more times than you would think. I remember doing it back when the girls were small and I needed extra money for daycare. I baked cakes every day and sold cake slices. And I'd make an extra $30 or $40 a day. I remember making gift baskets around Valentine's Day and Mother's Day. And I would make an extra, $250, $300 a week. See, I remember these times that I made this extra money, but I never equated it to being an entrepreneur. Now, there's another thing I'm getting ready to tell you. A lot of you are already doing a whole lot of work for other people, but you haven't put a price tag on it. How many of you are giving out advice to your friends and family members? How many of you are planning? Thank you guys for the hearts on Instagram. Are planning your next family reunion, or ordering t-shirts for the family reunion, or planning somebody else's bar mitzvah or wedding or birthday party or work event. See, I remember catering events at work even before I started getting paid for them. I remember catering birthday parties way back back before I had kids. I remember working at a marketing and advertising firm, Hey Shameen, in San Diego, and our CEO had a birthday, and I remember catering her birthday party back in 95, 94. But never did I think, girl, you could go ahead and start your own catering business. See, we have these secret gifts that would allow us to move beyond a paycheck if we would allow them. And if you haven't shared the video, share the video. Just a reminder, I'll be here every day at 12:30 for a lunch and leave, excuse me. So if you're somebody who's looking to leave your job this year, you need to be here every day. And don't come by yourself. Tell your colleagues and your girlfriends and your best friends, hey, Tranquility Serenity, that you can catch her anywhere. You can catch her on Periscope. You can catch her on Instagram. You can catch her on Facebook Live and YouTube. You can catch her on a podcast. But guess what? You better catch her if you're ready to leave your job. Hey, Filmmaker 1019, welcome back. So here's the thing, guys. Tracy Latham said, people always come to me for solutions to problems. If people are always coming to you, then guess what? That's a signal. Hey, Alicia. Hey, Sean Patton. Welcome. That is a signal that God wants you to create that as a business. That is a signal. How do you think Charles Schwab got started? He got started because people was always coming to him for financial advice. How do you think KFC got started? People was always coming to him for chicken. How do you think J.W. Marriott got started? Folks was always spending the night at his house. And he got tired of folks spending the night at his house. And he said, I don't know what you gonna call this thing, but I'm finna start charging folks for spending the night at my house. Miss Vanessa says, how do I make extra money doing childcare? Charge people. Create weekend events at your house for children and charge people for dropping their children off. Go out and advertise your gifts on Craigslist. Guys, it's not brain surgery. It is not brain surgery. Pick a talent, pick a price, charge folks. Create a summer camp. It's not brain surgery, but here is where we run into the problem. You would rather take a paycheck that's guaranteed, even though it's guaranteed to be small and it's guaranteed to be suspect because they liable to lay you off or let you go at any minute. You would rather take that paycheck than go out here and create something unlimited for yourself. And then if you don't know the answers, I have a program that's launching May 2nd. It's called the Quit Code. And it will take you through not just how to create the business, but how to get your mindset in a place where you are ready to quit your job. If you could quit your job by yourself, guess what? You'd have done it already. Let me give you an example. I know Denise Self-Care sells oils, right? And the oils she have, they do everything from help you heal to calm your nerves. But I bet she was giving out $1 million worth of advice. I bet she was about those essential oils for free. And once she started realizing, man, like my friend Tequila Adolph, she's a real estate developer. I bet she gives away a ton of real estate advice for free. Marissa said, is it okay to have more than one business and be successful at both? It's okay, but it's doubtful. You don't start with two businesses. See, y'all got that multiple streams of income incorrect. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow at lunchtime. Multiple streams of income, you got to start with one and build one. You've got to start with one and build one. You don't start with two and build two. Coca-Cola is still just Coca-Cola. Now they've expanded to water and mellow yellow, but Coca-Cola is still just Coca-Cola. If you look at other brands, you don't see Pizza Hut doing nothing but pizza. You don't see Taco Bell doing nothing but tacos. You don't see Kleenex doing nothing. So what makes you think you? See, that's another thing we got to get over. We gotta get over stupid stuff. And I'm not calling you stupid, but it's a stupid thing to look at all of these major brands that just do one thing. Hilton just does hotels. Marriott just does hotel. Walmart, they just do superstore. Kroger's, they just do groceries. You don't know of a Kroger bank. You don't know no Wells Fargo grocery store. Stop doing stupid stuff. What makes you think you're going to be the one that breaks the curb and be running around with a car wash and a daycare? And then when you broke, because you're so smart, you're smarter than history. You know, they say people that don't follow history are doomed to repeat it. You're so smart, you won't even go look at business. That is zero business sense. I'm sorry, but that is zero business sense. At least if you're going to be in business, even if you've never been in business before, you must look at the business examples that are in front of you, and you must follow those examples. You look at Methodist Hospital. They don't do oil changes. They are just a hospital. Stop being all over the road and then you mad when you wreck your car and you got to go back to a job. Stay in your lane. You were not born to, and that's another thing, guys. Get over your ego. You're really not that good at all that stuff. Hello? I know some people going to be mad at me today. You can be mad because I'm going to tell you the truth. Get over your ego. You really are not that good at all that stuff that you proclaim to be good at. There is a core of excellence within you. There is that thing you were created to do. And that's the thing that you need to spend your time doing. The rest of that is foolishness. Just because it made money for somebody else doesn't mean it's going to make money for you. See, the truth of the matter is, folks be greedy. You see somebody else selling life insurance, you think you can go sell life insurance, and then you mad because ain't nobody borrowing no policies from you. Baby, find that one thing that you were created to do. I'm not saying, baby, Hunter Dolls, tell your manager everybody has skills. That's how good God is. Can somebody say amen? I have not met anybody ever that did not have a skill. You know, if you just look, hey, Nettie Boop, I've been missing you, sis. If you even look at autistic children, while some would say autistic children have a deficit in some areas, if you look at autistic children, the majority of them are genius in some. God don't never take nothing from you and not give you something back. Amen. Hey, Miss Land, thank you for coming, babe. God don't ever give you, if you look at Stevie Wonder, he didn't have vision, but he had amazing hearing and amazing musical ability. God never takes something from you and leaves you with nothing. If he takes something from you and leaves you at what the world may call a deficit, he overcompensates in another area. So if you don't know where your greatness is, hey, Sherry, I ain't seen you in a minute. You need to be willing to move heaven and earth to find it. And if you need help finding it, exactly, Hustle Star. Regina, you blocked me. Everybody has a purpose and everybody has gifts. Thank you, Regina. I told Adrian on you, I said, your sister blocked me. And everybody has gifts and talents. Now I'm going to get real now. This might hurt somebody's feelings. This is a hurt alert. Look at your neighbor and say, hurt alert. This is a lunch and leave. This ain't no lunch and make you feel good. This is a lunch and leave. I got to tell you the truth. If you want to leave your job, this is a hurt alert. This is a hurt alert. The truth might be that she has buried her talents for so long and that you've ignored your gifts for so long and that you've refused to hear what God is telling you about your gifts for so long that your gifts have started to dissipate. Your gifts have been buried by years of abuse, by years of neglect, by years of being ignored. Your talents have started, he said it would happen. If you read the parable of the talents in the Bible, when you bury your gifts, when you don't use your gifts, what do you expect to happen with them? When you put your writing on the shelf, when you put your reading on the shelf, when you put your people skills on the shelf, when you put your cooking abilities on the shelf, when you don't use what he gave you, what do you expect to happen? So for some of you who are struggling, come on now, to get in touch with that thing you're great at, maybe you need to go in your shed and get you some shovels and start digging. Now that was a hurt alert. That was a hurt alert. Stop burying those. And then how do you dig them out? I keep inviting y'all to Indianapolis. Sometimes in order to dig out what you have buried, you have got to get around people who have already uncovered their gifts. Stop doing the same things over and over and expecting different results. I will be in Indianapolis, Indiana, May 19th through the 21st. I will have shovels on hand. How many of you will be there with your shovel to uncover your gifts and uncover your talents and stop burying yourself and your desires and your dreams at a job? Do whatever it takes to get there. Sometimes you got to step away from your normal to find what God has for you. You can't see it at that job. It's too convoluted. You can't see it running from ball practice to ball practice, from the dry cleaner to the grocery store. Sometimes you can't see it because you're too indoctrinated in your day and day. Sometimes you got to step away to get what God has for you. I don't think y'all hear me because I didn't see enough people said they was coming to Indianapolis. Nettie Boo said she'll be there by hook or by crook. Sometimes you got to step away. When is the last time? When is the last time you went somewhere for you, to hear a word for you, to work on your dreams and your aspirations and your next level? When is the last time you made you a priority? When is the last time you made escaping your job one? That's why you need to be in Indianapolis. It's called the race to freedom, and you're running out of time. It's called the race to freedom, and you're running out of time. What are you going to say when your time is up? I should have went to Indianapolis. I could have went to find my purpose. It is called the race to freedom. It is an emergency that you find yourself outside of that job. Can you see yourself beyond a paycheck? Because if you can't, that's job one. And here's the thing. If you can't see yourself beyond a paycheck, I got some homework for you. I want you to start looking around at other people who are beyond a paycheck. I'm beyond a paycheck. The money I make is the money I make for me. How you an 11-year-old boy on Antoinette's, you Antoinette's son? You can come with her. bit.ly/300women-indy. Thank you for asking, Miss Land. She said, how do I register? Lord knows I need to be there. Lord knows a lot of y'all need to be there. This is an exercise in freedom. Harriet Tubman said, I would have freed hundreds more if they'd have only known they were slaves. How many of you know you're a slave? Let's just talk about the truth. bit.ly/300women-indy. bit.ly/300women-indy. Yep, Shameen, there's information in your email. It's Crystal, it's 300women-indy. There you go, sis. Now, wait a minute. I ask, how many of you know you slaves? And I didn't get but like one me. Wait a minute. You're a prisoner to your mindset. See, you're not a prisoner to your 9 to 5 make me over consignment. You're a prisoner to your mindset. Your mindset says you must go to that job to earn money. But that's not the truth. That's it, baby. That's not the truth. There's money everywhere. Do you know someone who is free? How many of you know someone who is free? Well, you know me, so everybody can say me. Hey, Rodrika. Everybody knows you know me, so you can say, hey, I know somebody that's free. I know you, coach. You're free. right? You know, and here's the thing. Pure Drea, it is all 100% mindset. Because you free your mind and the rest will follow. So you know it's possible, right? I need you to say yes or no. If you see somebody else that's free, then you know it's possible. Because, it is a hard, let me tell you, I'm a testament that certain jobs don't keep you in bondage. The only jobs that keep you in bondage is if they tie you up at your desk. Yeah, this the Underground Railroad part too. If they don't tie you up at your desk, which is kidnapping, by the way. If they don't tie you up at your desk, then you're not held in bondage by that job. You're held in bondage by your mind. I'm going to let that sink in. Even your bank account is held in bondage by your mind. I'm reading a book, I think it's by Marianne Williamson now, called The Law of Divine Compensation. And the law of divine compensation is that your earning potential, get this, people, is unlimited. Your earning potential, your ability to create revenue is unlimited. The only limits that you have are man-made. Are you willing to knock on 1,000 doors? If not, then you've limited yourself. Are you willing to go on? Your husband has to work 7 days, 12 hours. He doesn't have to. I used to think that I had to work 7 days, 12 hours. I don't have to. Not for anybody else. Some days I work 12 hours and 7 days a week for me, but that's different. No one has to. It's a choice. And until you see that, you can't be free. How much money you make is a choice. The job you work at is a choice. Everything you do, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, where you shop at grocery store, how you spend your money, where you go to the dry cleaners, what kind of car you drive, all of that is a choice. And until you get it through your head that it's all a choice, you will continue to live restricted. Look at your neighbor and say, wow. Until you open your mouth and tell the truth. And the truth is that you've bought a gang of lies. You've bought a whole bunch of lies and mistruths, and you've applied them to your life, and you have built your own jail out of a poverty mindset, out of a lack mindset, out of an unwillingness to go do something else, out of a fear mindset. In my new book, The Quick Conspiracy, I said you've been bamboozled. You've been tricked. You've been run amok. You've been led astray. There is absolutely nothing stopping you from being a millionaire many times over, except for you, Miss Vanessa. Now my question is, will you get help to learn something else? Because guess what? They scared because they don't have a plan. Mickey, you heard me quote that? But you know what else Malcolm said? Hey, Twanta. He said, by any means necessary, whatever the cost. He said, by any means necessary. How many of you are willing to free yourself? Hey, Sabrina, by any means necessary. I got on my earrings from Add a Touch Boutique. Hey, sis. What's the fastest way to get free? You got to get in a program and you got to be so super disciplined that it becomes almost obsession-like. It has to almost become like an obsession. That's how I was. It was my number one priority. It is what I worked on when I woke up, and it's what I worked on when I went to bed at night. Hey, Kimay. It was an obsession. With no help, it took me 4 years. And I invested the better part of $100,000 every year to freeing myself. I would say a minute, bangles and brunch, that's what you got me for. I'm family. Come to Indianapolis and meet your family. That's another reason you need to be in Indianapolis May 19th. You say, what if you don't have support? Come to Indianapolis. You'll leave with a sisterhood. See, we can't keep being able to articulate what we need and then doing nothing to fill the gap. You understand me? If you say, I need support, and I say, okay, you can get support over here, and then you ignore me, don't ask for support no more. Charlie Box said, I need help. I have a quit. You know what? My quit code program, I think, is the only program in the world like it. I don't know anybody else offering a coaching program to help you quit your job. I know people that offer you programs to help you build your business, but quitting your job, baby, it's a whole nother monster. I was making good money and still holding on to a job because I was too afraid to let it go. Go look at the program. It's multiple levels in the program, even down to a level where we build everything for you. The website, the social media, the branding, the marketing. We do it all for you. You want to really leave your job in a hurry? Let experts build your infrastructure. Because it took me 3 years. It took me 3 years to build my infrastructure. And a whole bunch of crooks and charlatans and people that didn't do what they said they were going to do. And people that didn't build my stuff the way they said. It took me 4 years. I stayed 2 years longer than I should have. But I didn't have my mindset right. Hey, Cendrika, and to be brutally honest with you, I struggled with the technology and the infrastructure. Everybody said you need this and you need that and you need that. And I didn't need none of that foolishness. Hey, love. bit.ly/biz quit code. How did I leave my job, Kira, with a box? I don't know what the question is. For those of you who don't know, I'm a former JP Morgan Chase vice president. I left my job March 31st of 2015. I've been going almost 2 years to the day. Right? You better say that, Miss Land. So you got choices. Hey, Regina, you can either work in this program and get you some help, or you can do the time, 3 to 4 years. bit.ly/biz quit code. We launched the next round May 2nd. There's a girl with a girl. Girl, let me tell you something, Farrah. That last year, I started whittling down. Coach Chanel said, I've been in Coach's Quit Code program for 12 weeks, and now I'm launching my business. She's real. I can teach you how to turn your pies into profit. I can teach you how to turn your dreams into dollars. I can teach you how to turn your advice into assets. I can teach you how to take your greatness and turn it into revenue so you can stop running through here doing stuff for folks for free. It's not cute. It's not. And that's what I had to learn. In all of everything that I had to learn my worth. And that I was worth way more than that job was paying me. Exactly. Tamir said, I started monetize everything a few weeks ago, and I have a quit date for 2017. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not your average coach. I gets in your face. I ask you about your results. I push you. I don't take no for an answer. You can ask my folks. You can ask my folks, baby. It's a lot of coaches that say, hey, come on and get in my program, and you're going to do this, that, and the other. I stay in their grill. And the truth of the matter is, sometimes you're going to have to ask yourself, do I want to fight coach or do I want to fight my fear? Ooh, let me go on over here and fight this fear because I don't want to fight her. Yep, everybody says be prepared to do the work. Be prepared to do the work. Mickey said you will be held accountable. Yeah, don't be telling people they're going to crawl under the table during class. You messy, Mickey. But it does get rough because we've been taught. So if you don't want a tough coach, don't come to me. Shaletta said monetize everything has positioned me to quit, and I'll be leaving my job in 3 weeks. Go ahead, Jimmy. Good for you. Y'all listen. They say that 60% of businesses fail. Hey, Graceful Smile. That's because they don't get help. You had to get help to learn how to drive a car. You need to get help to learn how to build a business. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. And you got to work the dream daily. The dream can't have days off. You got to work your dream daily. Shalonda say, I'm a client. I do my work because coach ain't coming after me. So my story is simple, Farrah. 2 years ago, I left my job a day before my 17-year anniversary. I'd been in Chase for 16 years, and I left my job. It took me 4 years. I started at the latter part of 2011, building businesses that would allow me to transition from my job. And it took me 4 years. It's in my bio. Matter of fact, you can Google me. If you Google me, you'll see me all over Google. You're Googling, baby. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Money go getter. I'm not going to go over there, baby. I don't think that's where you need to be. I think you need to invest in a program that is going to give you some toe-to-toe accountability. Exactly. And I'm just going to be honest with you. And I told you guys when we started that the cash crew is for people who can work on their own. And I give you videos every month, this, that, and the other. But some of y'all need some toe-to-toe. Hey, Cassandra, welcome back. Some toe-to-toe accountability. Stop trying to shortcut your destiny. I mean, to be honest with you, to be free, I can't even put a price tag on my freedom. And so that's why I said, can you see beyond a paycheck? Because you can't be saying, I can't afford a $2,000 investment if that's what's going to free you from your job. You really think somebody going to free you for $50? No, ma'am. They're going to take your $50,000 and be gone. You know, that's called return on investment. You get what you pay for, folks. You get exactly what you pay for. Do you really want to leave your job forever? Okay, Kimay, thank you, love. Yeah, quit trying to take shortcuts. You don't take shortcuts when it comes to buying that car you want or buying those shoes. Monetize everything is not being offered to the fall money. Go. Let me tell y'all something. You got to take advantage of the opportunity of a lifetime during the lifetime of that opportunity. And so this is what I tell you guys, especially those of you who have followed me for a minute. I had somebody inbox me, Farrah. I had somebody the other day send me a message. They say, Coach, I really want to get started with you. This is after I've known them 5 years. In 5 years, they've watched me literally accelerate at the speed of light. Back when she first met me 5 years ago, listen, y'all, I'm going to blow you away. If you ain't shared the video, share the video. Back when I understand, sis, back when she first met me 5 years ago, she had an opportunity to work with me for $40 a month. I'm going to repeat that. Back when she first met me 5 years ago, I had a coaching program that was $40 a month. She couldn't afford it. Either she couldn't afford it or she didn't make affording it a priority at that time. Fast forward 5 years later and thousands of clients a year later. Chef Sherry, the time has passed. But listen to me, Chef Sherry. Whatever I'm offering you today is your $40. Because if I say, Chef Sherry, let me rebuild your website for you, your branding, and it's $12,000, that's your $40. Because you're going to look up 2 or 3 years from now, and it's going to be $50,000. And somebody's going to look at you and say, why didn't you jump on that deal back when it was $12,000? See, time and money are relative. Because my brand continues to grow. Time and money are relative. People are going to look at you 5 years from now and say, well, you saw what the brand was doing. You couldn't come up with $2,000. Stop missing opportunities. You have to. You have to. Baby, look back and say, why didn't I go? Chef Sherry, you're a caterer. You can get enough catering gigs to come up with $12,000, baby. Y'all sleep on this money. Y'all better wake up. Use the money out in the world to get what you need. I know beauticians. Hustle Star says she came with her coaching money in a week. I know beauticians that can come up with $12,000 in a month. You can go to my bio, Gary Herb, it's in there. I know beauticians. Hey, Sharon, number 2. You better stop sleeping on the opportunities available in this world. Dee said it's the best $12,000 she has spent and that she didn't have it, but she had to get it. Do you hear that? See, when we talk about building your website and building your email and doing all your branding and all of that so you can be hands-free, and we say that's only going to cost $12,000, go out in the world and price it with some other people that ain't going to do what we did. Go look at my website and say, oh, man, it's the high end of all of my programs, Miss Land. So if you come in a quick code, it is the $12,000 package of the quick code. If you come in the real streams, it's the 12. I offer it to all my clients. And we're beefing it up so that the people in the 12,000 program have an opportunity to be on my main stage. Guys, stop missing opportunities. Stop. Exactly, he paid in full. She said each service would add up to double. I'm giving you guys tickets to conferences. I'm giving you guys money, go get her. Get on my team's calendar and have a conversation. But for those of you, listen to me. For those of you who are tech, no knowledge, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who are Facebook insignificant, y'all know what I'm saying. For those of you who are tweetless in Seattle, even my baby had to laugh in the kitchen. Y'all hear Troy laugh in the kitchen? Troy say, I'm so fly nowadays. He said, baby, you put the fly and fly. Good for you, sis. She said, and that was my intent. She said, I started with the cash crew and I'm working my way up. Y'all know who y'all is. Y'all know who y'all is. Them ones that you ain't got no links on LinkedIn. Ain't got nail pen on Pinterest. Ain't got an email list. How many of you do not have an email list? You're leaving money on the table. And that's the truth. You do, Miss Vanessa. You have to invest in yourself. And you have to invest in yourself in the right ways. And I know you may not get it right now. I know you don't get it right now. And do me a favor, money go getter. Don't say words like, I can't afford it yet. Let's just not say that. Say, I'm going to work on it. Exactly, he paid in full. Who better to invest in? And I'm going to tell you, as a coach, you're not going to get anybody that gives you as much energy, effort, or knowledge from a master life coach and a master business coach perspective. My coaching programs are the perfect blend of time management, strategy, and kick you in the butt and go do what you need to do. And that's the truth. Guys, the very first step, that's the right way to say it. Let me tell you something. This law of divine compensation I'm reading, it says that you have control. You literally have the muscle to manifest money. I'm going to repeat that. You literally have the mental muscle to manifest money. But the word says that too. We have the power to create wealth. So if you don't have the wealth, you got to ask yourself, where is my power? And more often than not, it is because we have buried that power along with our gifts and along with our talents, and it's keeping us at a deficit. We're not using the power, and so the power doesn't grow. We're spending more time and more energy working on the negative piece, that which I don't have. Oh, that's okay, Miss Vanessa. Time and a place for everything, love. If you're here for a reason. They say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. Don't miss your opportunity for class. Don't miss it. That $40 story, in about 4 or 5 years, that's going to be you. Exactly. You got to step out of it. He gave you all of the power. Deuteronomy 8:18, you have the power to create wealth. That's all I'm going to leave you with today. What are you doing with your power? You should be questioning every single day. Where is my abundance? Where is my greatness? Where is my freedom? Where is my next level? Where is what he said I would have? And I want it all. That's that J.G. Wentworth commercial. It's my money and I want it now. All right, guys, don't forget I'll be back at 6:30 tonight for lunch. Not for lunch and learn. Shut up, Troy. You messy. Oh, yes, baby. All of my programs, Miss Land, we talk about that, but especially real streams. We focus because it's residual earnings and live stream. And the residual earnings is digital products. Girl, Shirley talking about I just got on. Please start over. Oh, thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. Hey, Candles on Fleek. I've been missing you. I'm going to get out of here. I'll be back tonight at 6:30-ish for Women, Lies, and Money. What lies are you telling yourself about your money? All right, I got to shut these systems down. Love you. I love you, Instagram. Thank you. Love you, Facebook Live. Thank you. Love you, Periscope. See you 6:30. All right. Love you, Spreaker.